All right, continuing with the factory acceptance test hardware, protocol 5.6, part E. We'll be looking at drawing 5990, and here we'll be looking at the Foundation Field Bus Module 1, items connected to that, and also the FB1, the field bus relay there. Let's start by looking at the field mounted items. AIT 318 should have this label here. We'll confirm now. AIT 318 mounted on the top. It's been swapped since yesterday. And there's the cable label. AIT 315 on the bottom now with the correct cable label. Let's see, we have level indicator 308 that resides in the cabinet here. There it is, 308 with the right cable.
I'm already set up, yep.
Supply pressure 331.
Whatever. So we're going to go up and then out. Just like it, you already got
pressure 331. Cable
do not take it apart.
Labeled. It's upside down in the picture here, but I think it's visible. And level element 305 has the correct cable label here. And the level control valve, there she is, 308 with the correct cable labeled there.
Yeah, I know.
Foundation Field Bus Module 1.
Yeah, we'll get this wet testing out of the way today.
We'll look at, well, let's look at the trunk connections first.
Yeah.
Trunk connection here, labeled.
They're usually late. They will be. So, yeah. I was going to do the same thing.
Got shield labeled in the middle there. 5 minus. And trunk here. This just jumps over to Foundation Field Bus number 2. We'll look at all of the labels at the same time. There we are. Okay. There's the terminator. Ground is wired in the top, labeled. Like so. Terminals. Well, let's start with 1.
Give us a couple minutes. We're wrapping up our video.
No problem. We are waiting for CPR, sir.
Number 2 is open. This is just a holder here that's coming out, just to organize. Number 3 is also open. 4. Terminal 5 should be visible soon. Foundation Field Bus 1, Module 1, Terminal 5 has the following labels. There we go. LIT 308 with the shield hidden here. Let's get a better view of the shield. Terminal 5, there's the shield. Okay, Terminal 6. A little more visible on these. Okay, Terminal 7. There we go, not too bad. Terminal 8. There we go. AIT 315. And let's see, what else do we have here? We already looked at the Terminator, but let's go up to FB1. And no labels on the back one, but let's look at these cable labels because that's what the schematic shows is needed. There we go. That's coming down here to these front terminals and the back terminals. This cable here. FB1, slot 1, port 1. Okay, that was drawing 5990. Now let's look at 5991. Like last time, we'll start with the skid-mounted items, skid-mounted components. Let's start with the temperature control valve. There it is. There's the temperature control valve. And the cable for control. There we go. Next, the flow elements. Start with 330. 330. And the cable right here. 400. And its cable right next to it. There we go. Pressure 339. That's on the other side of the skid. $339. And here's the cable for that. Alright, all three temperature elements. Let's start with 302. Here we go. Bottom of the water tank, 302. Its cable right here. Temperature element 319, back where we were. In the recirc tank, 319, and the cable there. And let's look at temperature element 327. Temperature element 327, and there's the cable. All right, the TOC. Here we go. The transmitter is in the wall of the enclosure. There we go, the TOC. This is analyzer 317. These two signal cables are right here, both visible, A and B. And that looks like the last skid mounted instrument. There we go. So let's look at the Foundation Field Bus Module 2. We'll start with the trunk connections. FF2, trunk connections labeled clearly. This one goes over to the resistor. And resistor gets grounded, of course, labeled here. We've got channels 1, 2, and 3 are unused. Channel 4, labeled here. Channel 5. And channel 6. channel 7. Shield twists around a little bit. Looks like it's all visible. And channel 8. No shield label there, probably not required. Okay, let's, if we didn't already look at the ground, or sorry, the terminator, let's make sure those all look good. There's the labels for the terminator. And for FB2. Everything seems pretty visible here. Again, no label required for the shield. What we really care about is the labels for the cable on this one. Pretty clearly labeled. And this one up here. There we are. Okay. Now onto the RMX1 temperature transmitter. The leads from the temperature elements are the correct color order. And we'll look at the cable labels on those. There we are, they're loose now. The input 1. Pretty clear that it goes over to input 1. Is right here. Oh, nope, input. There we go. That was input 1 right there. Input 2. Here we go. Input 2. It's pretty clear that that's connected to input 2. There's the label for it. And finally input 3. Right here. There's the label. I flagged these. We should have a cable label on both of the AIT17 connections. That'll have to be a punch list item. I've already labeled them in red here so we can have the labels made. And finally, just the power connections for the transmitter. There we are. And that concludes everything on drawing 5991.